so thick and heavy in the glue. And I know the glue is not dry because I like to keep it, let's say, tacky, but never almost fully dry because then it won't hold. And then I'll tap it to let the excess come off. I'm super tempted to spray the whole thing and let the tears fall where they may. I think I'm gonna go with that and see where that takes us in life, you know? We can always remove it. So, there you go. Let's see, it might not stick, it might stick. Gonna find out together. So, not very sticky. I'm gonna remove from her nose because you know you don't want glass in your nose. Even though we all know when we cry, we got tears everywhere, but I don't need to do that with glass. Oh, that was part of the tear. All right, so you guys can see it kind of falls through here. I'm gonna let some through her face. I'm just gonna wipe the lips out a little bit. Let me know what you think so far. Because I can see it, but my perspective is totally different from yours. So, really curious to know what you are seeing. And then I'm going to use a little trick. So, you can get these in any convenience store. It's just a really good glitter nail polish. And you want to add small details. So one of the things with my artwork is I love it when people can come close later when they own it and find little details that they hadn't noticed before. For example, having gold glitter like Abby Bush suggested. So that's what we're doing. The other day I poured like half of this glitter nail polish. And so you know, nail polish is so expensive because, well, vegan ones because they're expensive to make and all that, but it has within its formula a lot of really strong resin and glue ingredients that make it a really, really good paint for actually painting, just artwork, like canvas, traditional painting. That said, because of how much epoxy it contains, that's so one of the substances that it contains, because of that, you don't want to use too much because the fumes are really bad for you. So, yeah, take that advice with a grain of salt. Do what you will with it. So we're going to continue doing the lips. I'm like really liking this. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna hold you there for a second. Oh, that looks nice. Wait, can we leave it or no? Or will it fall?
This is.
Oh, there we go. So I'm going to check on Juliet's phone how it looks. I want to make sure. Oh, it's looking phenomenal.
Oh, it looks so good.
Okay, loves it. Loves it, loves it. Okay, fantastic. And now we're gonna change the lips to pink. So, Abby, I'm sorry I couldn't get all that gold that I wanted to get in there, but we will get it in the rest of the art. And in the meantime, I'm going to grab another brush. I'm going to put some of these brushes away. I'm going to grab another brush. They're all like... I'm going to grab another brush that is not... I have like no medium brushes. They're all like either really big or really small. Because the medium ones are the ones I use the most. So they're the ones that I have to replace most often. So... pretty soon I'm gonna have to place an order. That said, if you're going to use a lot of these brushes just for glue and things like that, you really, really would benefit from just buying inexpensive brushes at either your local craft store and not buying the super expensive ones. Reason being, the brushes don't last that long and it is really expensive. You need to take good care of them. You need to buy a specific brush for them. So I just highly recommend just buying cheaper brushes and then washing them and then placing them in the recycle bin because of after removing the metallic parts, because they're made out of wood. And by the way, if I ever say anything that's incorrect or wrong, please just, answer in the comments. I'm always down to hear the right side of things when it comes to how to take care of your paints and how to basically learn the proper way to do things. Painting from the side, so it's looking a little excessive, but we're going to add glitter. So we'll see. We shall see. Very curious. So again, the way I'm adding glitter right now, it's not with the glaze, so it's not going to cover entirely. It's going to leave some areas without. And then if you ever overdo it, just carefully take your nail, and before it dries, because then once it dries, you're done. Before it dries, just kind of scrape it off. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. Quite happy to take a bit of that glitter that just fell off and add it to the nail. Wonderful. And then we're going to take some alcohol and remove the little that little part right there. So let me just get some more of that glitter right there. I'll find it. And all right. So we're making progress here. I'm still taking requests. I do not know what I did with the alcohol, but today's organization day, so that'll be a good thing. And in the meantime, Juliet, if you want, you can move the camera so they can see different angles.
Yeah, and then I saw there was a comment, Papa Molly actually commented and asked us what size a 30 by 20 looks like, and I actually have one here. And then once we get everything all squared away with the picture, I will love to show you a demonstration of the size for you to see. And we can explain to you the different sizes. We could show you a whole bunch of different sizes if that's something you guys would be interested in. But this is, right now I'm trying to give you a good view of everything. What do you guys think so far? Do you have any suggestions?
So, I couldn't find the alcohol, so I'm going to try with something else. If that doesn't work, we'll probably just clean it out later. It'll probably remove most of it, and if not, happy accidents, like Bob Ross. Gave her a bit of a highlight. Okay, so I'm going to show the full piece. It's lifting time. Oops. See why everything falls when I do I do legs by myself. But I think she's looking gorge. I really, really, really like her, and I love those glass tears. I think they look phenomenal. I think we need to do the other side, and then probably it would be best to do this other side with glitter, unless you guys think something else, and I'm open for requests, so now's your moment. And we will add something in this necklace as well. So let me see how that's looking. Looks phenomenal.
It looks great.
Okay, so let me get my smaller brushes and we're going to get into some of the nitty-gritty details. But before that, I'm going to do the background. So I'm going to go back to my glaze and just get a little bit of the rest of this background covered in turquoise or blue glitter. Just the parts that didn't really get enough love on the first pass. And the other side, of course. So learnings would be I try to mix two glitters directly on the canvas. I think it looks better when I mix them prior, like in a bowl and dry. So I'll just put a bowl, or I have a lot of these tight closed jars that used to be for food, and I repurpose them for using them to pour the glitter into them and just really getting a very consistent mix when you mix glitter colors. That's kind of like the glitter that you see like in Christmas and things like that. Like special mixes, they call it sometimes. You can totally make your own, you don't need to buy it. Okay, so let me make sure that there's enough glaze. I want to add the glitter and then it doesn't stick. That's like so disappointing when it happens. There we go. So we're gonna put this back and I'm going to check turquoise glitter. I'm gonna bring you guys back down and bring it here. And maybe while I do this, Juliet, if you want to grab the phone and turn it around, I think you can just like, I'm gonna give the phone to Juliet, going to turn it so that she can show you guys. So you don't waste glitter, kind of want to repurpose. It's gonna look much better on this corner here. And then gravity should help you get it all basically equally distributed. But as you can see, when we use the glaze, you get a much more consistent glitter coverage, if that's what you want. Sometimes I just kind of like it to look just a little messy, and like mixed color. And here I'm going to be adding the second blue color. It's a very, very pretty topaz kind of color. It's gonna go in her tears as well. I think it's gonna look quite dramatic, so I like it. I like dramatic. Gonna rescue a little bit. And again, always keep more glitter than you think you're gonna need.
And if you guys ever wonder what it looks like after glitter,
yeah,
all over.
All over. All over me too.
All over everywhere.
That's why it's very important that you use like child-safe glitter.
Or even for when she has Robin.
Yeah.
Who we're missing today.
We're missing Robin today. Robin is on vacation with another dachshund, which is what she likes anyway. And then I just want to cover those areas there that kind of missed. I just hate it when just one, I try to do the full coverage kind of thing and there's this one dot that just refuses.
What do you guys like? The full coverage or more of like the flowy? What do you guys
The other
think?
one looks more artsy.
Yeah, I think it's all about what you prefer.
And all the glitter art on our site is usually this type of glitter, and most of you like it like that, so we're going to keep it like that. I do like to do this sometimes because it gives it the abstract look and